really to discuss the content.
Yes, pinag-isipan ko po over the weekend. Nagagawin ko po yon. As you know, nakatakda na po yung Senate inquiry on the 22nd and on the 23rd. Now, ang nakakita ko kasi, lalo na sa social media, pilit nila that they're trying to paint me as an enemy of the president, especially in so far as this campaign, this intensified drive against criminality and drugs are concerned. Yung pinapasensyahan ko lang lahat yan, no? Yung mga nasa social media. In fact, I don't read anymore those, so as not to ruin my day. But I know na, but of course, some of my staff are monitoring all this, and they would give me a general report kung ano nga ang mga kabalbalan na naman ng mga lumalabas sa social media. And I feel so outraged that I'm persistently being tagged or labeled as a drug lord, cuddler, or protector. And nabanggit ko yan sa privilege speech ko, na merong ilan-ilan na sa mga tao po ng Pangulo, na parang ganun din ang kanilang kaisipan tungkol sa akin. So, I'm not sure what is in the mind also of the President. I'm not sure kung naniniwala siya o hindi dyan sa mga naririnig na yan, sa mga kinakalat nila. I really want to make it a record that I am not an enemy of the President, especially in so far as these issues are concerned. We may disagree, especially with respect to human rights issues. It's just so happened that the hottest issues of the times, of the current time, pertains to human rights, which are closest. These issues are closest to my heart. The issues about EJKs, the issue about death penalty, and then the issue of the burial of the dictator in the libingan ng mga bayani. These are human rights, grave human rights issues that, as a former CHR chair and as a human rights advocate and defender, I have very strong feelings about. But it doesn't mean that I'm already against this administration, because there are many other plans of this administration na sinusuportahan ko naman. Doon nga sa mga siniwalat niya sa SONA, sa mga plano na mga siniwalat niya sa SONA. I have already here a long list
Yung mga sinusuportahan
na mga sinusuportahan ko. Examples lang: reforms in the criminal justice system, including measures to expedite disposition of cases. Of course, campaign against illegal drugs, peace talks with the communists and Muslim rebels, anti-illegal mining, anti-illegal logging. Illegal mining, I just filed a bill prohibiting black sand mining. Kasi nung nasa DOJ ako, talagang I supervised several raid operations on mga black sand mining. Anti-human trafficking, full support for the implementation of RH law and the Magna Carta for women, the measures to ease doing business, the anti-red tape, free internet in public buildings and common facilities, witness protection and whistleblowers. Matagal na namin palagi yan sinusulong to strengthen the witness protection program and whistleblowers bill. Bank secrecy law amendments. I also filed a bill, taking out from the coverage of bank secrecy public officials, government officials, FOI of course, and then increased spending on infrastructure projects for facility and better mobility of goods and services. The emergency bill, the emergency powers bill, sabi ko, pinag-aaralan ko po ng gusto yan. Kapag wala akong makitang klarado na constitutional impediment, I will be supporting that emergency powers bill sa traffic crisis natin. Right? So, simply because umaangal po ako dun sa mga issues na yan, EJKs, death penalty, ganyan na. ang mga ginagawa nila sa akin. Sustained, persistent, endless, vicious attacks in the social media. May pasensya pa rin ako hanggang ngayon, but because yung Senate inquiry na yan, napakahalaga po niyan para malaman ang katotohanan dyan. Ano ba talaga yan? Ilan na ba talaga ang napapatay? Kasi iba-iba rin ang mga figures. You have your own list, the Inquirer kill list. Other media outfits have different figures. PNP has different figures. And then, lalo na sa usapin ng vigilante killings, who are they doing that? Who are the perpetrators of these vigilante killings? There are several theories. Pero mukhang based so far sa yung mga witnesses na nakakausap ko na po ng mga posible na mga mag-testify sa Senate inquiry. Nakakumbinsi na ako ng ilan-ilan sa kanila. Mahirap pong mag-kumbinsi ng mga witnesses na yan. Pero siniswerte naman po, may ilan-ilan na ho kaming nakumbinsi na yung malalaman natin dyan sa Senate inquiry na yan, especially through the testimony of these witnesses, kung bakit laganap ang drogas sa mga komunidad, sa mga localities. I don't want to be disclosing first details of the accounts of these witnesses, but in a nutshell, as an overview, kaya po ako nagpadala ng ganitong open message to the President that I hope subaybayan niya po yung hearing na yan para makita rin yung anggulo. Kasi ang hindi rin kasi sa maganda is may ilan-ilan ako makasamahan sa Senado. Ang mga sinasabi nila, hindi ba premature pa yan? Hindi ba makakasama yan dyan sa kampanya na yan? Dahil nga you are practically indicting already the PNP, etc. Gusto ko lang naman makatulong, masiwalat ang katotohanan. Sino ang mga posibleng may pakana? Sino yung mga pumapatay na yan? At ano ang kanilang mga posibleng agenda? I'm not saying lahat na, I'm not making any sweeping allegation here. I'm not in a position to do that, and I cannot do that. Make a sweeping allegation because in the first place, ilan-ilan lang naman na mga testigo ang pumayag na magtetestigo. But I would say that these are representative samples, examples, doon sa makakasabi sa atin ano ang tunay na nangyayari sa baba. Na I would want to say that they're probably barking at the wrong tree. Na kasi ang target nga, yung mga maliliit na mga pushers and users. But who are they? Who are eliminating them? At bakit lumala ang problema ng droga sa kanilang mga komunidad? Gusto ko lang po naman makatulong. So I would want to change the attitude of certain people in government, including some of my colleagues in the Senate, na nami-misinterpret nila po ang hakbang kong ito. Na gusto ko nga tumulong.
The witnesses will be showing up in the hearings?
Yes. Yes. I was able to convince already some of them. I've been having marathon sessions with them, trying to, get their confidence, and then narrating to me yung alam nila, at yung mga nasaksihan nila, and all that.
But not necessarily to put them in the witness protection program, not yet.
We are going to propose that, but they're already...
their lives will be in jeopardy.
Yes, that's right. That's one of the reasons kung bakit. In fact, we will be recommending to the DOJ for WPP coverage, although at the moment they're under the protection, most of them are under the protection of the CHR.
Okay.
They have their own witness protection also at the CHR.
Senator, after we interviewed you at Inquirer TV, we interviewed Senate Majority Leader Soto, and he was one of the senators who said that he felt that the inquiry would be premature. In fact, he said it was broad. So,
That
broad.
argument about being premature, I simply cannot understand that.
So I'm wondering,
How can
ma'am,
it be premature when they're already close to 1,000
Bodies.
bodies?
I'm wondering, ma'am, what would be the focus of your first 2 days of the investigation?
The focus would be the accounts, the eyewitnesses' accounts, the accounts of our witnesses. Ano yung mga naranasan nila? Kasi ito yung mga mahal sa buhay ng mga namatay.
These are the victims of buy-bust operations or vigilante killings?
Halo-halo na po. Kasi two categories nga of killings ang iniimbestigahan natin. Itong EJ case na to, itong summary killings na to, dalawa. Yung isa, yung mga namamatay in the course of police operations, legitimate or otherwise, buy-bust, service of warrants, etc. That's one. The second category, yung mga victims of possible vigilantism because faceless, nameless, yung mga may gawa niyan.
Defenseless.
Yung mga may gawa, hindi natin alam kung mga sino-sino yan. But of course, may mga indikasyon, may mga theories posible kung mga sino yan. Maaring iba dyan, mga polis din, yung iba, mga agents, mga tauhan ng mga polis, yung iba, baka hindi talaga sila konektado sa kapulisan. So, mas mahirap yun. Kasi hindi maituturo, wala namang mga witnesses. Pero dun sa mga kaso na meron kami, may witnesses kami, may mga circumstances na they would point out kahit hindi nila mismo, syempre, na nakita yung pagpatay ng kanilang kaanak na umalis o pinatawag ng kung sino, ayaw ko muna magano ng detalye, pero hindi na bumalik. Natagpuan na lang, napatay na kinabukasan or 2 days later. Diba? So may mga ganun na mga istorya. And then yung mga assets din, yung mga pinapatay.
Will you be inviting representatives from the PNP?
Yes.
Maghaharap ba sila?
From law enforcement.
witnesses?
Starting today, I have already directed the committee secretary to release the notices today and tomorrow. We are sending notices or invitations kasi pag ganyan na inquiry, invitations muna yan. Later na lang sa PINA kapag hindi mag-appear. So invitations to the PNP, Director General, to the head of the Internal Affairs Service, even to the DILG Secretary, and then the NBI Director, the PIDEA head. So yun ang mga nasa government because we will first ask them to render a report on these killings. How many ang reported sa kanila at yung mga investigasyon, yung resulta ng investigasyon, if any. Yun ang pinakaano nila dyan. And I want them to listen to the accounts of our witnesses. And then, so aside from the witness, and then of course, the CHR, we will be inviting them, specifically the chair, Chito Gascon, and representatives of certain NGOs. Wala pa kami sa listahan sa international human rights organizations. Hindi ko pa pinapago yun, but local human rights organizations to get their insights and their comments. Lord Cuddler or Protector. And nabanggit ko yan sa privilege speech ko. Na merong ilan-ilan na sa mga tao po ng Pangulo, parang ganun din ang kanilang kaisipan tungkol sa akin. So, I'm not sure what is in the mind also of the President. I'm not sure kung naniniwala siya o hindi. In fact, I don't read any more those so as not to ruin my day. But I know na, but of course, some of my staff are monitoring all this and they would give me a general report kung ano nga ang mga kabalbalan na naman ng mga lumalabas sa social media. And I feel so outraged that I'm persistently being tagged or labeled as a drug.
Open letter maybe you could discuss the content.
Yes, pinag-isipan ko po over the weekend na gagawin ko po yon. As you know, nakatakda na po yung Senate inquiry on the 22nd and on the 23rd. Now, ang nakakita kasi, lalo na sa mga naririnig na yan, sa mga kinakalat nila, I really want to make it a record that I am not an enemy of the president, especially in so far as these issues are concerned. We may disagree, especially with respect to human rights issues. It's just so happened that the hottest issues of the times of the social media, pilit nila that they're trying to paint me as an enemy of the president, especially in so far as this campaign, this intensified drive against criminality and drugs are concerned. Yung pinapasensyahan ko lang lahat yan, no? Yung mga nasa social media.